This model kit review is of a Focke Wulf FW-190, and this is the Hasegawa 1/32 scale model, and it has some nice artwork. And let's have a look on the other side. Nothing really else there to see. Let's have a look inside. So here we have our painting guide. Shows you our two options here. And our decals here, showing some details. These are all yellowed. Looks like they're a little bit older. Here's our wing, which unfortunately all has raised panel lines, but there's a fair amount of surface detail actually. The wheel wells even have some details, which is nice. So looking at this sprue here, it looks like this kit's already been started. I bought that online that way. Here's the tail wing, also has some, this is the elevator, has the surface detail there. Here are our wheel covers, not much else left on that sprue. Here we have the one machine gun, and some other parts here and there, and the rails for the tanks. Here's the other machine gun. Yeah, this one has been started. Here we have the engine cowls, tanks. Here we have these are the fuel tanks, bombs, and gun parts. Here's our canopy. It's fairly well made. Okay, we have part of the engine. Looks like here's the other part of the engine, and there's a fair level of detail there. That's all going to go in together like that. Definitely got some space to add some detail here. We do have a pilot figure, and he's already been glued together and has some lines that need to get sanded down, some level of detail there. Here's the fuselage, the left fuselage. Again, all these are raised panel lines, unfortunately. And same thing for the other side. Looks like the wheel's already been put in place. The tail wheel. These are nicely molded. These are all vents. Here's our cockpit, which is control column is off to the side. We have some details here, really not a lot. And that's going to go and sit in there. You really have, you really do have a lot of space or options to add details there. Here's the other side of the wings. This is the top side. Again, all raised rivet lines. Here's the engine cowling. Two parts have been glued already. And the fan blade. Here's the spinner for the propeller. And the propeller. The propeller's been sanded down a little bit. It looks like that'll go nicely. And we have two wheels. Also with some nice detail. And part of the exhaust. Let's have a look at the instructions. So first of all, they show you the parts listing here. Putting together the pilot and the cockpit. Putting the fuselage together. Then the tail wing, the engine's already been started. There's the placing the engine inside the fuselage, putting the cowling on with the propeller, then putting on the bombs and tanks, putting the wings and the landing gear on, top and bottom wings together, the wings on the fuselage, as well as the canopy framing, the guns, and you can do either option. And the exhausts for the engine, the fuel tanks, bring the bombs on with the cannons, and then painting guide, as well as decal guide. So it looks like a reasonable model to make, with some nice details like the engine, but definitely this cockpit leaves a lot to be desired.